Thank you. Hello. So most of you may know me. I work at Worteks, an open source company. I will say 2 words about the company just after. I'm not an expert of AI. You will discover it during this slideshow. Okay. I will try to pretend be one, and we'll discuss after if I've done a good job or not. I'm mostly working on identity and access management and security in open source. And I'm also doing music, but as we have a short time, I could not bring my guitar today. So maybe next year. Worteks is an open source company. We are very focused on infrastructure. And so we are doing virtualization, containerization, collaborative works, etc. We have some offers about collaborative softwares, about identity management, and about infrastructure. So if you have any question, we have a stand just right now. And I'm with my colleague David, and you can ask any question about the work, of course. So today, I'm here because I put AI in the subject of my conference to be sure that someone will pick it. I won because I'm here on stage. So I will talk about AI, but this one. This was a trap. So I'll trick you. I will talk about artificial intelligence too, because I've reading Google and Wikipedia just before to know what it is, and I learned a lot by listening to the previous speakers. So thanks a lot. So autonomy and independence. It is also a topic that you mentioned, of course, because we are also here to explain how we can achieve this goal with our poor skills, because as Jan said, we are babies in this field. So you also talk about magic. So I think most of people believe it's magic because the A and I are also letters of this word. But it's not, of course. If you go to NASA website, and a lot of websites are giving a definition of artificial intelligence. So as I'm a really newbie, big newbie in artificial intelligence, I've done like you, I've searched on the internet. So the definition is computer systems that perform complex tasks. Okay. So the big word is computer. Okay, it's not magic. And what we have in artificial intelligence are models. So models are pure code. Maybe some of you know this kind of code of Python, of course, and maybe also you know this comic from XKCD. It's how we train a model. We put data, and we try to get the correct data at the end. So training model is not magic. It's having data, training data, doing code, and using this kind of things. How many of you have already knew or used neural networks in the room? Okay, so you know that it's not magic. You have some operations, some algorithms, and you put a list of several neurons, and then you work with them, okay? And you put data in, and you get data out, and you do this every time to train a model. So that's what I've been explained, but it's really concrete. We have concrete data, we have concrete lines of code, and we have concrete electricity with computers that is doing the job. So to sum up, AI is not magic, AI is technology. And what we learned just today is that this technology is not really a French technology or not really a European technology. So we depend a lot on American for the softwares, a lot of on Asia also for the hardware. So Worteks, we are a small company. We are 25, so related to Google, we are quite small. But we know that we are at the beginning of the story in Europe, but we have the courage to say, okay, we can do it. And we created last year a new offer about hosting, which is called WAS for Worteks as a Service. And the goal was to own everything. So we bought servers. So the servers are not French servers, but we bought all the servers. We bought the fibers. We bought the internet. And we are building our own infrastructure on free geographical site. And we said, okay, we are an open source technology, so we will take the computers and we will use only open source for the routers, for the operating system, for the virtualization, for all. For the firewalls, okay, we don't have any firewalls that we bought on the market. We installed software for the firewalls. And so we create this offer. And we try to have the same level of service than any other professional supplier. So we install monitoring, of course, with open source. We do identity and access management. It means that we can securely give you access to your own data and your own softwares, and of course all that you need on a cloud service. Backups, etc. And the last point is very important. We both GPU, not French GPU, of course, not European GPU because we don't have, but we have GPU. So know that we have GPU. We are an AI company. Great. But we are not an AI company because we don't know how to do AI. We are an AI company because we can run artificial intelligence on our own infrastructure, and this is what we offer to our customers. So for the open source infrastructure, maybe you know some of this logo. We choose all this to build the full stack of what is running on our servers. So of course, OpenStack, which is a big alternative to VMware. If someone here knows VMware, a small company VMware, okay, we have of course the possibility to use something else, and we are using OpenStack, OVIRT, Ceph for the storage, and OKD is the Kubernetes, the community Kubernetes from Red Hat, Ketelo, and Ansible, etc. So all this software are installed on our servers, and with this we can run virtual machines, and we can run containers for us and for our customers. And what about AI? So as we have GPU, we tried to say, okay, no, we can use open source AI. And we have some people in Worteks that have doing machine learning and AI in their study, and that they are using these softwares. Maybe you know the first one is Olama, Slurm, and Open Data Hub. So before last week, I didn't know anything about this, so I learned. Human learning, not machine learning. And what we can do with this is to have self-hosted AI. So this is an example of Olama that is hosted for Worteks employees on our own servers, running on our own material, hardware. And as I'm a newbie in identity and access management, I ask, for example, to Olama what is IAM, Okay, the answer is quite correct because I work for a long time in identity and access management. It's quite a good answer. Okay, if you some of you have already used Olama. Yes. Okay, you can install it. You can even run it on your own laptop. Okay, but it takes some time, but you can run it on your own laptop. But you can also host it in a server by someone that has some performance and some device to run it. So this is a real example of an EI hosted in France for Worteks employees. For Slurm, we also have an example of Slurm. Any people using Slurm in the room? Okay, it's really oriented for a data scientist. It's you can train models and doing in parallel with parallel tasks. And so to do this, you really need of course software, but you need a lot of hardware. So we can run Slurm on our own computers, on our own servers. And so we can offer this service to any scientific company or to universities, research, etc. They don't need to buy computers or virtual machines at Google or Amazon. They can use now a really sovereign service for this. We are an open source company and we try to share our knowledge. So we wrote a lot of articles on our blog. So some on hardware. So if you want to know how to create virtual machines and how to use Kubernetes, we have a lot of articles on our blog. But we have also some articles on this particular open source artificial intelligence softwares. Like Slurm, like Open Data Hub, and also we have made some conferences with Red Hat with our OpenShift AI. So OpenShift is the Kubernetes solution of Red Hat, and all these topics can be used freely to build your own artificial intelligence infrastructure. So thank you.